What's up, everybody? I hope you all had a fantastic holiday, and I hope that you're having a fantastic end of the year. And with it being the end of the year, January 2020 is right around the corner, and you know what that means, right? More video games. And in today's video, I have 15 new games coming to the Nintendo Switch in January 2020 that I think deserve your attention. There's some pretty cool and unique stuff on the list today, so prepare yourselves and let's get into it. First up, we have a puzzle game called Link-a-Pix Deluxe, releasing on January 2nd, digitally only for $7.99. I have always been a fan of puzzle games like this. There's just something very addicting and relaxing about them, and they are a great way to kill a few minutes here or there, or wind down before bed. In Link-a-Pix Deluxe, you will solve puzzles on a colorful grid by linking numbered paths together, and the puzzle will reveal a picture once solved. The game features 120 full-color puzzles as well as 120 mono puzzles with a wide range of difficulty and size. In Link-a-Pix Deluxe, you can download DLC and add-on packs to get even more puzzles to scratch that itch. Get ready to work out your logic and deduction skills when Link-a-Pix Deluxe releases on January 2nd. On January 6th, we have a game called Blackmoor II, releasing digitally only for $9.99. With beautiful and colorful art that reminds me of Scribblenauts, Blackmoor II is a 2D platforming beat-em-up game that sort of has a Castle Crashers vibe to it. Blackmoor II is inspired by beat-em-up games from the 90s and features up to 4-player co-op as well as a versus mode. Some of the other features in Blackmoor II include a full story mode full of enemies and bosses, heroes to level up and gain new abilities, and a dungeon builder where you can build and share your own dungeon. Grab some friends and prepare for some multiplayer beat-em-up mayhem when Blackmoor II releases on January 6th. On January 9th, digitally only for $4.99 is a little game called Thoth. So here's a budget title on the list with Thoth, which is a very unique arcade shooter designed by Jeff Carlson, who used to be the lead game designer at Playdead. I really love the minimalistic art style and trippy atmosphere of Thoth. Thoth looks challenging and intense, and not only is it an arcade shooter, but it also has some puzzle elements to it and plenty of surprises in store. Thoth can be played single player or co-op, and I have to admit this game is very intriguing to me. So snatch up a friend and fork over $5 so that you can play this trippy game called Thoth when it releases on January 9th. Also, I would like to see you say the word Thoth 10 times fast. It is impossible and defies the laws of physics. Also on January 9th is another $4.99 digitally only release called 140. And this is another budget title on the list and also another game from Jeff Carlson. 140 is a difficult platformer based around moving to the rhythm. Just like with Thoth, 140 features minimalistic art style that looks really good and an abstract and trippy atmosphere. Both Thoth and 140 are games that I am 100% going to purchase because I love playing games that try to do a lot with simplicity, and 140 really seems to achieve that. And you can take on this challenging, minimalistic, and trippy rhythm platformer when Thoth releases on January 9th. On January 10th, we have a really fun looking game called Drunk Foo Wasted Masters coming to us digitally only for $9.99. Have you ever wanted to play a drunk 3D version of Super Smash Bros? Then look no further than Drunk Foo Wasted Masters. Drunk Foo Wasted Masters is a 3D arena-style brawler with over-the-top ragdoll physics that can be played locally and online with up to 8 players. Drunk Foo Wasted Masters features customizable characters, a bunch of techniques and weapons, multiple game modes, and multiple bar arenas to fight in. I think this is one I'm going to have to pick up for when I have my group over because this is a game that looks like it will lead to a ton of laughs. So grab some alcohol and grab some friends so that you can laugh your asses off when Drunk Foo Wasted Masters releases on January 10th. Also on January 10th is a game called Aborigenus, which is releasing digitally only for $4.99. And this is yet another budget title on the list that looks like a pretty quality little indie game. Aborigenus is an adventure platformer with some RPG elements to it. You get to select a class as either a shaman, warrior, or hunter, and then set off to battle aggressive wildlife, gain experience and new abilities, and battle the enemy. A few of the features include fantastic landscapes with many enemies, a perk systems for customizable characters, and chicken riding. Aborigenus looks like a cool little platformer, and I really like the theme, style, and pixel art. For $5, you probably cannot go wrong with this game. You too can experience this cool little budget adventure platformer when Aborigenus releases on January 10th. Another game on January 10th releasing digitally only for $14.99 is called Technosphere. Technosphere looks like a futuristic Super Monkey Ball game without monkeys and with more puzzle elements added. From what I can tell from the trailer, you control a ball and roll around jumping and balancing through high-tech looking environments as you solve puzzles and navigate mazes. I love the graphics and atmosphere, and Technosphere looks like a lot of fun and something a little bit different. You could roll your ball around when Technosphere releases on January 10th. On January 16th, releasing digitally only for $14.99 is a little game called Super Crush KO. The creators of Graceful Explosion Machine are at it again with Super Crush KO. Super Crush KO is a fast beat-em-up adventure with super colorful and vibrant art set in a futuristic city where you are on a journey to save your kitten, as well as humanity from AI. Super Crush KO features fast beat-em-up and run-and-gun gameplay with combos and scoring, as well as many special attacks. Explore and fight your way through 20 vibrant levels and try to reach the top of the online leaderboards. Super Crush KO looks like a blast, and I have played Graceful Explosion Machine, so I know these developers are capable of crafting a very fun game. So prepare for some frantic action when Super Crush KO releases on January 16th. On January 17th, we get Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore, releasing both digitally and physically for $59.99. Now this is not really my type of game, but I wanted to include it on the list because it's a Nintendo first-party title and I know a lot of people are excited about it. Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE was originally released on the Wii U, so this is a re-release with new features added. Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore combines the world of Fire Emblem with Atlas games with a theme around music and the entertainment industry. It is a deep turn-based RPG featuring things like weapon crafting and dungeons. So if you are a fan of Fire Emblem and or Atlas games, then this is going to be right up your alley. So prepare to enjoy Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore when it releases on January 17th. On January 21st, coming to us both digitally and physically for $39.99 is a shoot-'em-up compilation called Psikyo's Shooting Stars Alpha. I absolutely love shoot-'em-ups, and I also love game compilation packages. Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha features 6 classic arcade shooters. The shooters included in this package are Strikers 1945 1, 2, and 3, Soul Divide, Dragon Blaze, and Zero Gunner 2. These shooters can be played with up to 2 players and can also be played in vertical mode on the Switch. This looks like an awesome package and a must-buy for my collection. And you can enjoy these 6 epic and awesome shooters when Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha releases on January 21st. On January 23rd, digitally only for $17.99 is Warhammer 40k Space Wolf. So I am not typically a huge fan of strategy RPGs, with a few exceptions, but Warhammer 40k Space Wolf looks badass. As I stated, it is a turn-based tactical strategy RPG, and it also features an epic story campaign, a survival mode, a cool leveling system with squad customization, and several armor classes and tons of weapons. This version also includes all DLC. For $17.99, this looks like an awesome package, and I may have to add this to my digital Switch library. Get pumped up for some badass turn-based RPG action when Warhammer 40k Space Wolf releases on January 23rd. On January 30th, digitally only for $13.99 is a game called Never Again. Never Again is a first-person horror adventure with puzzle elements where you take on the role of a 13-year-old girl with asthma. After watching the trailer for Never Again, I have to say I'm actually pretty intrigued by this game. It seems to have a good blend of story, horror, adventure, and puzzles, all from a first-person perspective, and some of the puzzles I saw in the trailer looked really fun. So prepare for a scare when Never Again releases on January 30th, and it may scare you so much that you never again will play it. I probably just lost at least 5 subs from that stupid joke. I apologize. On January 31st, digitally only for $14.99, we have a little game called Willy Jet Man, Astromonkey's Revenge. You can't make up a name like that. Willy Jet Man looks like a really cool retro-inspired game that is right up my alley. Willy Jet Man is an arcade shooter inspired by classic games from the 90s. In this adventure, you will explore, fight, buy weapons, and gain experience in this game full of shooting and platforming. I really dig the pixel art graphics and retro style, and this is a game that I definitely have my eyes on. So get ready to jet, man, when Willy Jet Man releases on January 31st, and I probably just lost at least another 5 subs. I'm just on a roll today, am I right? Let's move on to the next game. Also on January 31st, digitally only for $19.99, is a game called HYPERCHARGE Unboxed. HYPERCHARGE Unboxed is a first-person shooter / tower defense game that can be played local or online co-op. You can work together or you can go head-to-head in PvP mode. There's also a single-player mode if you have no friends. Split screen can be played with up to 4 people locally, and online goes all the way up to 8. Explore the environments for credits, coins, and batteries, and build traps and turrets for defense. Earn XP to unlock all sorts of cosmetics for your character and weapons. This looks like a really fun first-person shooter, and I really like the aesthetic and setting. Grab some friends for some first-person multiplayer mayhem when HYPERCHARGE Unboxed releases on January 31st. Sometime in January, digitally only for $29.99, we are getting Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD. If you know the release date for this game, go ahead and throw that in the comments down below. All I know at this time is that it is sometime in January. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath is an odd first-person shooter that takes place in the Oddworld universe and was initially released on the Xbox on January 25th, 2005. This HD re-release contains all of the features of the original game, which include firing literal live ammo, several missions and bounties to take, first-person and third-person gameplay, Easter eggs and other unlockables, and 3 different difficulty settings. I have never played the original game, and I have to say it looks fun, quirky, and unique, and now seems like a good excuse to play it with this HD re-release right around the corner. And you too can play this odd game when Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD releases sometime in January. So there you go. 15 games coming in January 2020 for the Nintendo Switch that I think deserve your attention. I think the games on this list that I'm most excited for are Thoth, 140, Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha, Willy Jet Man, and Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. But I want you to let me know in the comments down below what games in January you're most excited for. Also, let me know in the comments if there are any games coming out in January that you think I should have included on this list. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really means a lot to me. It really helps out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, be sure and hit that subscribe button so that you can join the RetroWolf family and not miss future videos. Shout out to my awesome niece for buying me this really cool Mario Kart shirt. And as always, folks, keep playing games and having a good time, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.